All right, so we have a session coming up. It's a different kind of a plenary session. It's going to have a casual element to it. It's a story of a very inspiring individual where sheer tenacity has kind of led the way to a success story which is very different, and I'd like to let the moderator talk more about it. So we have a very interesting moderator in the house. Is he here first of all? Okay, we're going to get him called in, so I'll wait for him to come in. Till then, maybe we can play Antakshari or something. Anybody wants to start? Okay. All right. Okay, till he comes, then I'll just go around talking, right? That's what I like to do. So for me personally, it's a great honor to be here on this stage because last time there was a Nasscom Tech Conclave and I was sitting in the audience and I was like, oh wow, somebody is anchoring the plenary session, and this has got a lot of interesting people in it, people I'll meet in my future interview rounds and some of my future bosses, and with 4 breaks also. So, you might be the number 1 who I select. So take a good look at me because we might be sitting across people and you might be negotiating with me sometimes. So, yeah, so. So we have the celebrity in the house and we have our moderator also in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it rolling. Our moderator for the day. So I'd like to quickly introduce a very interesting personality. He anchored the last plenary session actually, and I invited him, and now he's sitting here and I'm doing it. So thank you for that. Okay, so we have Paresh Degawkar who will be moderating the fireside chat with Mr. Pravin Tambe. Okay, let me introduce Paresh to you first. Paresh is the Director of Business Development at ProHands, a Nasscom mentored workplace analytics platform. Prior to that, he's been a part of Nasscom. That's where I saw him do this thing here. For over 11 years, where he led the GSE and the BPM forums nationally. He's also worked extensively in the rural space while working with an IIT Chennai incubated startup. It helped in providing computer education and internet connectivity in small towns and villages. But all work and no play is not the scene here. So Paresh here is a very passionate cricketer. He's into motorcycling and cooking, but I don't think those are the stories you're going to cover today, right? All right, so without taking too much time, Paresh, all yours.
Thank you so much, Amit. That was wonderful, short and crisp. The most encouraging, satisfying time of that, out of that introduction was the time I spent at Nasscom. It was over 11 years, right? And I think nothing has been better for me in my whole career than those 11 years I spent here. I think this is more like a ghar wapsi for me of sort. Thank you to Prasad, Kalpesh, the entire Nasscom team who got me here. And no better time and opportunity to come here than to share the stage with somebody I really admire and have huge respect for the achievements that he has and the way he's worked up the ladder, right? It's just phenomenal. He's a very humble person, extremely down to earth. With all the achievements that he has, I think he's a wonderful human being. It would be not right on my part really to introduce Pravin Tambe because what the greatest cricketer in the world has said about him, I think we should hear that so we know what the greatest of the greatest in the world think and talk about Pravin. Can we have the video, please?
I'd just like to share another story of someone I've had the privilege of playing with and getting to know over the last couple of years, who for me, I think signifies passion on a cricket field. And no, I mean, a lot of times people come here and expect me to talk about, Tendulkar and Lakshman and Ganguly and Kumble's, and they're all great cricketers, and I've played with a lot of them, and they all, had some amazing qualities. But the story that I like to tell is about Pravin Tambe. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of him over the last couple of years at the IPL. And Pravin, was a budding sort of leg spinner as a 20-year-old. And he played 20 years of cricket in the Maidans in Mumbai, never getting an opportunity to actually represent Mumbai at any level, no first-class level, no junior level, nothing. Pravin Tambe didn't get a single opportunity to play any game. But he kept bowling, he kept playing in every single game, and that's really, really hard. Believe me, when you have to go and play in some of the grounds in the Maidans and do it constantly, day in, day out, year after year, gets extremely hard. It gets really difficult, and you need to have a different kind of drive to be able to do that. But Pravin did that. And a couple of years ago, we were looking for a leg spinner. We were looking for a leg spinner to play in the Rajasthan Royals team. And Pravin came to our nets. Pravin came to our nets. And, I heard one of the younger guys actually say, who's this uncle who's come to our nets? And Pravin was 41 years old at that stage. He was 41 years old. And we decided to pick Pravin Tambe in our squad. I got a call the next day from our CEO saying, what are you doing? You've picked a 41-year-old guy. Are you crazy? I mean, we're the Rajasthan Royals. We're supposed to promote young players. And I said, no, there's something in this guy that me and the other coaches had seen, that we believed in that year and a half that he actually sat out and didn't get an opportunity to play in the 11. He spent hours and hours practicing. He would be the first to take the cricket ball at 41, the last to leave it. He would be at every single practice session, whether it was optional or not. He was there every single day. He was there at every single gym training session. And for me, that is passion. You hear about great stories and great people, but to play 20 years without no recognition, to just keep playing in gully cricket, in Maidan cricket, to still have the desire and the hunger to keep doing it again and again, to have the attitude to come into an environment that gives you the opportunity to learn and grow and improve, and to grab it with both hands as a 41-year-old was, I think, a great lesson of passion to so many of the young players who are 18, 19, 20, 21 in our team, looking out to make a career. And I think that for me was, probably one of the greatest lessons.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Pravin Tambe. Sir, it's a fascinating story. I got goosebumps every word that came out of Rahul Dravid's mouth, right? And it's a phenomenal story, sir. But did you ever, in your wildest dreams, dreamt about this? Did you ever think that you will get the kind of recognition and appreciation you got from the greatest cricketer in the world? Did you ever think about this, ever?
First of all, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I have never thought about all these things in my life, because if I have think about all these things, I might have not came where I am now, actually. So I love this game, actually, sports, so much that I was not thinking about anything, but I was knowing that if I work hard towards my goal, I think I will achieve everything in my life. And I think these words coming from the legend itself, like Rahul Dravid, mean a lot to me. But yeah, I have never thought about this in my life before. I thought only one thing: if you work hard towards your goal, I think you can achieve anything in your life.
I think that's a great message. I don't know how many of you have read The Winning Edge by Harsha Bhogle, and there's a beautiful line in that which says, if you put a goal to your dreams, if you put a deadline or a date to your dreams, they become goals, right? I think in your case, it was very, very similar, right? You had a clear goal in mind, you knew what you were doing, very passionate, and that is why I think you are here where you are. But as we heard, right, he's been a tennis ball cricketer almost half of your career, right? And tennis ball cricket, I don't know how many of you played real tennis ball cricket, it's a tough one. It's a very injury-prone kind of a game, shoulders get hurt, it's not easy. And Pravin never actually played for any state level, be it under 19. I think you made it to 14, 15, you were in the cut, but I don't think that was done. But under 19, under 23, he never made the cut. It's most of the boys would actually give up, right, and go back. But what was it that really kept you going? I heard it was a passion for the love of the game, but what more? How did you really go every day, day in, day out? Even we here at corporates, right, we get bored with the same work that we do day in, day out. So something has to be more than really what you did.
I don't know, when it comes to cricket, I forgot everything, actually, So I was not thinking about anything. I was just thinking about playing the sports. And I know if I keep playing the sports, I think, but at the same time, playing the sports, you got life as well. So yes, I was married as well. I got family. So I was not thinking about, quitting this game, because I love this game. I was so much passionate about this game. So I thought that time, if I keep balance both the things, I think no one will stop me playing this sports. So I was just wanted to play these sports, and to play these sports, I don't want anyone to stop me playing these sports. Like, because when you got a family, you have to look after. If I won't look after my family, then there will be a problem, yeah? So that's what in my mind. If I balance both these things in my life, I think I can achieve whatever I want to. And just thinking nothing about anything else in life, wanted to play these sports and just look after my family doing that. And I kept just playing these sports.
I think you've achieved much more than anybody would do at the age that you did, and it was wonderful. So I spoke to a lot of people before coming here and did some homework about you, sir. I'm sorry for that, but I did kind of look up what you did. Spoke with a lot of fellow players that he's played with. It is almost like a script that came out. The words that they used for you were so common. I mean, everybody, I spoke to Satish Samant and Hemant Kenikar, Rajesh, and so many. These are real big players in Bombay cricket. I mean, in Pune, we might not know them, but the words that came out for you were the same. Is passionate, wo chhodta nahi hai, last ball tak lage rahega, kuch bhi ho jaye, he'll be on the field. So it's a little of a surprise for you here. We have a little video from one of your very close friends and co-cricketers. So I think we can just have that video here and let's hear what he has to say about you.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon everyone at the Nasscom Center. I've been told to speak about my very good friend Pravin Tambe. When I hear this name, Pravin Tambe, the only thing that comes to my mind is passion and hunger to succeed. I have seen his journey from a tennis ball cricketer to where he has reached today. I mean, he has been successful at IPL levels, he has been successful at the Champions League levels, even in the global T20 leagues, he has been very successful. And today, a movie has been made on his name, on the journey that he has gone through. I know that journey was very tough. I've been seeing him as a club cricketer in Mumbai. He was performing really well at every stage, wherever he got an opportunity. Wherever he played, he was performing to the best of his abilities. He was picking up 5 wickets as the ball was thrown at him by the captain. I recall so many instances where in the last over, the team required some 4-5 runs and they had 4-5 wickets in hand. Pravin comes, delivers and picks up those 4-5 wickets and wins the match for his team. I recall when he was picked up for Mumbai, it was fairly late. It was at the age of 42 that he was picked for Mumbai. First in the one-dayers when we were together we had toured to Vizag. I recall that incident. He didn't get an opportunity to play, but the coach was so excited to see his enthusiasm, the way he was helping out his teammates, even though he was not playing the match, but still we could see the happiness on his face. We could see that he was determined to make a contribution into the team. And eventually when he got his opportunity later in his career, I mean, he's a late bloomer. He's a late bloomer. But then when he got his opportunity, my God, what he made out of that opportunity. It's just amazing. Pravin, today when I see the movie that was made on your life story, it's truly inspiring for many people. I mean, any cricketer who dreams of playing for the country or for an IPL or for his state team, the kind of determination, the kind of dedication, the kind of commitment Pravin has shown, I mean, that is the benchmark. And we have truly been witness to it. And I recall those incidents when we used to travel by trains, we used to travel by buses for the games. The only thing that we had was the passion for the game. And Pravin, I truly salute you for whatever you have achieved today, and all the best for your life. Hey, hi everyone.
So the gentleman who was speaking here is an ex-India player. He's played ODIs for India. He's a very well-respected coach. He's a fast bowler himself. He was a bowling coach for Oman. He's now associated with the National Cricket Academy in Bangalore. I think you go back many, many years with Vishkar Salvi and many of these guys, right? But when I was talking to them, one thing that came out is Pravin is like a hardcore Khadus Mumbai cricketer. And let me tell you, Khadus in Mumbai is very different from what Khadus is in Pune. Okay, so Khadus in Mumbai cricket is a compliment. So I thought I should set the record straight. But that is what came out from everywhere. Yeah, Khadus banda hai, yaar, chhodta nahi hai. Last ball tak lage rahega. So, you know, that's the kind of stuff. Do you really think you are like that real Khadus guy who wants to win at any cost and do what it needs for the team? And
Yeah, definitely. I think if you are not Khadus, like what we call in Mumbai, it's Khadus cricketer. Jiddi hai, chhodta nahi hai. That's what I like to do when I was on the field. Even when I'm working for any firm, I like to be the center of attraction because when I play for a team, I think I play as a team. I don't focus on my own performance. I focus on my team performance always. And I think that have helped me in my life. I never thought about my own performance. I always thought about my team. What my team will get benefit if I perform this, like at this level. So I always, my team come first whenever I play the game. So I think that keeps me going ahead in my life because if your thoughts are like that, I think your teammates also help you going forward actually. So that's was in my mind. Whenever I go to play the sports, I think I wanted to be a match winner for my team. So that's attitude always is there in me. And now also I've stopped playing at the higher level, but the thing is I want to be a coach now. So I want to be a fit coach. So that's keep motivates me always. So yeah, that's what my thought process was. Always team has to come first. And I think that's what helped me.
that's wonderful. I think you have to shake his hands to know how fit he is really. I mean, he's a really fit guy, let me tell you this. So there's a very interesting story when I was talking to a few people who I know in the Rajasthan Royals scout. He had no idea that the Rajasthan Royal scout was actually tracking him down to every net session that he did and every match that he played in the Maidans in Mumbai. He had no clue that one of the biggest IPL teams, which Rahul Dravid was the captain and the mentor, was actually tracking him. He just played in the nets the way he always did. He performed at all the matches the way he always did. He gave his 100%, never bothering or knowing that somebody is actually looking for him. And then I think they called you to the nets. Rest is history, right? He was the oldest person ever to debut for an IPL team at the age of 41. Most people actually retire at that age and go in the comfort of a commentary box or coaching, but I think he just kept at it, right? I think that's a phenomenal feat for somebody to do at the age of 41. But once you got the call from Rajasthan Royals, Pravin, did your life change completely after that? I mean, till then, you were in oblivion, hardly anybody know you. Of course, people in Mumbai know you, but nobody else. How did the life change for you as a person? I'm sure for the family, your wife Vaishali, your kids, everybody. So how did you cope with that change in your life?
I wanted to share a small story before going into the squad. Actually, I was told by my management, okay, you have to coach your team now. We will look for the youngsters. So I was a little bit down. I literally cried. So because I was always wanted to perform for a team. But at the end of the day, I was working for DY Patil and I have to work because management was behind me. They want me to be as a coach, but I wanted to play as a player. So I was not thinking about coaching the team, but I got this opportunity, you have to coach the team. But always if you work hard towards your goal, opportunities comes to you. So that one opportunity, I was going to coach at that tournament at DY Patil, and one player got injured. Unfortunately, it's bad for him, but I know that if you work hard towards your goal, opportunity comes to you. And that tournament, I played that tournament. And I played and I performed well. I got the best bowler in that tournament. And I was not knowing that Rajasthan Royal scouts were there. So see, that's what happened. If you work towards your goal with, if you work towards your goal with passion and all, the opportunity comes to you. I was not going to play that tournament, actually. I got that opportunity to play in that tournament. I performed and I got selected for the Rajasthan Royals. Yes, and I think IPL has given so much opportunities to the youngsters now. but I will call myself as a youngster that time because
You are.
I got that opportunity that time. Yeah, and the life has changed, completely changed because I was playing over the years in Mumbai cricket, never gave up on playing cricket ever. I tried to work hard towards my goal, and that's what happened actually, The fruits getting selected for Rajasthan Royals, represent Rajasthan Royal in IPL. Before playing any first class game, I have never played any first class game before. I played IPL first and then I got selected for Ranji Trophy. Yeah, but after that's what, my dream is to play Mumbai because anybody who plays in Mumbai, he wanted to represent for Mumbai team because I think Mumbai Ranji Trophy is as good as India, representing India. It's that tough to get into the Mumbai team. So my dream was to get into the Mumbai team. But IPL has given me an opportunity to play in IPL, and if I have performed there and I got an opportunity to play in Mumbai Ranji. So that's what, and my life changed, everyone started recognizing me, not as a player, but as a player who is 42 years old. So still that time I was never thought about my age because I never thought about get old enough to not to play this game. So yeah, the life has changed dramatically after playing in IPL. Everybody started recognizing me, and then I have played so many tournaments afterwards T10, then Caribbean Premier League. So yeah, the life has changed for me after IPL.
Wonderful. There's a very interesting story behind this. They call the lady luck, right? And I think it's true. Vaishali, his wife, never followed cricket. She doesn't understand anything about cricket, is what I'm told. She's never seen anything. She never ever asked him a single question about what he's doing in cricket, where he's playing, which match, which team, nothing. I believe just 2 months before you got the call from Rajasthan Royals, I think she asked you, Pravin, kab tak? Right? So that's why I said, lady luck. I think it's the good omen and that question got you there.
Yeah, because...
Is that a true story?
Yeah, that's true. That's true because over the years she saw me taking the bag, going to the office and then coming back, getting injured and everything, So same thing with my children. They were taking the bags and going always. So 1 month before the IPL, actually we were sitting, we always do that. When I come from the office, we used to sit because that's the time we got together, we are having our cup of tea. She asked me, कभी तक, कब तक और? क्योंकि हम लोग देख रहे हैं आपको जा रहे आ रहे, तो मैं बोला थोड़े दिन अब ऐसे करते मुझे एक्चुअली अभी 23 साल हो गया शादी को, बट 15 साल में ऐसे ही कर रहा था नहीं अभी तक. So yeah, that's the true story because she asked me actually honestly 1 month before the IPL.
So all the men in the world have to believe lady luck does matter, and all the ladies you have to give whatever it takes, right? Well, that's a great story to have, sir. But there's his life, what I read and spoke to people, has always been twists and turns, ups and downs throughout. We all know he got selected in the Rajasthan Royals squad, but he didn't get a single game in that season, and it's difficult. Whether I'm going to get a game or not. Did you ever think, yahan tak to aa gaya hoon, par is it game, set, match for me now? Was that that feeling?
Yeah, because when I got selected for Rajasthan Royals, I have seen so many youngsters getting selected and they were kind of relaxed. But I was knowing because everyone was saying that time about my age. So whenever I was waiting for an opportunity to play, and I think I played 2 games only that year for Rajasthan Royals. And that also I insisted, I can perform at this level because I have not played any first class game that time and nobody was knowing whether I can perform at that level. But myself, I was having that confidence actually, So in one meeting after 10, 15, 13 matches, I went to Rahul sir that I'm not afraid of anything. I am just waiting for an opportunity. Just if I got an opportunity, I will perform. So yeah, it's very difficult to get into the team, IPL itself. You can get selected, but it's very difficult to get into the side. So I waited that year. I got an opportunity. I played 2 games and I did well. So yeah, it was hard for me that time because age was not in my side. So every game when I was playing, I was thinking about it, it will be my last game. Yeah, if I won't perform here, I won't be able to go and play the next game because age was not at my side. That's what all were thinking.
You know, but age, I don't know, it's just a number. We keep saying this, but in a sportsman's life, it does matter. But it's not the age that went for him. It was his skills. I don't know how many saw the Champions Trophy and they were in absolute disarray, the Rajasthan Royals team. And KKR would have easily got through. Pravin Tambe went and actually took a hat trick, right? And that changed the game completely. And they were the likes of, in the Champions Trophy, they were the likes of Ravichandran Ashwin and Sunil Narayan, and these are legendary players. So, but Pravin Tambe actually stood out. He took more wickets and had more impact than what bigger, better known players actually had on the Champions Trophy. So did you ever kind of get intimidated? You can get intimidated, right, with these big names and stuff. Did it ever occur to you that I have come here with no first-class cricket experience and I'm playing with the likes of Ashwins and Sunil Narayans of the world? So did that ever intimidate you by any way?
No, because I have played over the years, you can call gully cricket, but I think that's make me very tough playing those gully cricket and all. And I was confident about myself because over the years when I was performing, I was not thinking about anything. I just wanted to perform for my team. So that instinct was there within me. And I was knowing that only one thing will stop you performing. I think not in cricket, in anything in life. That is pressure. If you get that pressure, you won't perform. So that was in my mind. So I wanted to perform only without taking any pressure. So when I went that big level, all says, but I never thought it was a big level. It was a next game I'm going to play. And I performed like a normal cricket match actually, you know. And that's kept me going throughout. I never think that Chris Gayle is batting or Sachin Tendulkar is batting in IPL against me. I never thought about. I thought about my process. Over the years, what I was doing, I have to come and just perform same thing over here. And if you do that, I think no one can stop you performing.
Fabulous. So you just mentioned Sachin Tendulkar. So Pravin Tambe also has the distinction of being called by the great Sachin Tendulkar to bowl him in the nets, right? And that is when Australia was touring and Sachin Tendulkar had to face Shane Warne. So he was one of the very few leg spinners that actually Tendulkar picked up to bowl him in the nets. So did you ever feel कि यार आज मैं क्रिकेट के भगवान के साथ खेल रहा हूँ? You know, getting into a same frame with the great man itself is like a lot. For you, he called you and said, come and bowl to me, I got to practice to face one. What kind of a feeling was it? I'm getting goosebumps.
Actually, that was a moment for every cricketer, you know, bowling to master. He's a legend because everyone knows his performance. He has scored so many hundreds and runs, but the work he put on to score those runs is, we have seen, like, you know, because he called me. I was a normal bowler, a leg spinner, and I think India were playing Australia that time, and I think the side games we called, like, you know, practice matches, practice game, and I think he was representing Mumbai, Sachin sir. He was representing Mumbai, and he was knowing that Shane was going to bowl him in test match and in that game also. So he called all the leg spinners. So I was one of them to come and bowl him. So looking at this, like, you know, he's a great player. You don't have to do that, but the efforts, the work he put in to get the perfect things, like, you know, he told me to bowl around the wicket, leg spin behind his, like, you know, legs and all, and he kept practicing hours and hours. So that itself, like, you know, being a player who have not played any first class and called by Sachin sir, like, it was great moment. But that one thing I have learned from the great master, like, you know, never, if you go at a higher level also, you have to work hard. Absolutely. So that's what he was doing, and that's what actually kept me going in my life going forward, actually.
So one question, did you ever get him out? In the nets or in any match in age group cricket that maybe you have played together, ever?
Unfortunately, no. I couldn't get him out because I think everyone knows he's God. And for me also, he was God. So never mind. But I tried to get him out through his legs, but I couldn't. And unfortunately, in the IPL, in the finals, Champions League finals, he was against me. But I was going to bowl next over, and he got out in the first over. So unfortunately, I couldn't.
That's the chance he missed.
Yeah, that's the chance I missed.
But you know, there's a very interesting story about Sachin Tendulkar, and I'm digressing a bit, but once Brad Hodge was bowling to him, and he took Sachin Tendulkar's wicket. The end of the match, Brad Hodge walked up to him and said, "Can you give me an autograph?" And people who know Tendulkar, he hates to lose, be it cricket, be it table tennis, be it running, skipping, whatever, he hates to lose. So Brad Hodge walks up to him and says, "Can you please give me an autograph?" And Sachin Tendulkar signs, and he says, "This will never happen again." Ever. And Sachin Tendulkar never, ever got out to Brad Hodge. Ever. So this is how legends are made of, right? This is how legends are made with the passion that they have for the game, the determination that they have just to go and perform and do it. I think it's a great feat that you were called there, sir. But if you ask me, and whatever I've read and spoken to many people, your greatest moment in your life was 25th of February 2013. This is what I think. When he actually wore the Lion's crest and the Ranji cap for Mumbai. 42. Was it dream come true? All the sacrifice, everything for that one moment.
Yeah, obviously, actually, over the years, I worked so hard to get there, And when I got that cap from, actually, Wasim Zafar was our captain, tears comes, everyone was silent in that room because I was literally crying, holding that cap, I'm a very emotional person. I'm holding my actually emotions now, but yeah, that was the moment for me because over the years, everyone, there were so many hurdles in my life. I fought against them. Even I played IPL, I was not happy, but holding that Lions cap in my hand from Wasim Zafar, that was the moment for me, holding that cap itself brings all the memories which I've seen, over the years, getting there. My family, my friends, because everyone was there, for me. So it was not my only effort, single person's efforts. It was everybody's efforts. And that brings tears in my eyes that time, because I have did that for all of them.
So I fall short of words very few times in my life, and I think this is one of those. I think it's a great story. What he's done to cricket, to youngsters, and how they should go, it's phenomenal. What next?
See, next is I wanted to involve in this game only. I wanted these youngsters to understand this game, not only this game, but going forward in life, actually, I got my academy now. I wanted to be a coach, and I wanted to produce so many cricketers for India. So that's my, dream, to produce so many cricketers. Not only cricketers, I know, but it's very hard to get into the team. But I want each and every person who comes in my academy to be a humble person, a really humble person, because I think if you are humble enough, if you work hard towards a goal, if you won't get chance to play cricket like what you want, but I think he can achieve anything in your life, anything in his life, I think. But to go ahead in life, you have to be a very humble person. And that's what I'm trying to teach them, not only cricket, but how to go in your life. If you are humble enough, you can achieve everything in your life. So that's what my, goal in going forward in life. Want to be a coach who guide all the youngsters going forward in their life.
So we wish you become the Rahul Dravid for many, that Rahul Dravid was for you. One more very interesting thing, and so he runs an academy, and when I was chatting up with him, he says he doesn't take fees from women cricketers, the girls that come to him. That is simply phenomenal, and we wish you all the success. I'm sure you'll keep doing well. we have seen some side of the story, but I'm sure the audience have a few questions if we have time. If we can pass on the mics, maybe we can, please. Of course, I think there'll be somebody passing on the mics there, and that's good. You're good. You're good, sir. Please go ahead.
One simple question, of course, I've now a father of two grown-up adult girls, but something your parents must have taught you to be like this, Pravin. I mean, like you are a periodic table ka the rare earth, you know, yeah, something like that. So please tell us, आपके माता पिता ने आपको क्या सिखाया था? And some of the youngsters will tell that to children.
जैसे कि मैं मिडिल क्लास फैमिली हूँ और कुछ नहीं, मैं जो भी हूँ आज मेरे मम्मी डैडी की वजह से हूँ, क्योंकि उनकी जो शिक्षा दी है मुझे, मम्मी ने जो मुझे छड़ी बोलते हैं अभी अभी आज के इसमें वो वेद की छड़ी नहीं है, बट वही कमी है. बट वॉट एवर आई एम बिकॉज ऑफ माई मॉम एंड डैड एक्चुअली, नो, आई थिंक द पेरेंट्स आर द बिग पार्ट टू प्ले इन players' life actually, you know. My mom and dad are the biggest inspiration for me because my dad told me how to work hard towards your life, and my mom says me like, you know, education is compulsory. So yeah, I have done my degree because of my mom, and whatever I achieve, my role model is my dad. So yeah, because of them, the hard work they have put in me, whatever I have achieved, I have dedicated to them only.
So it's very interesting. In my introduction here, the name that I've written for him is Pravin Vijay Jyoti Tambe.
Hi, Pravin. I see that there is one paradigm shift happen in your life where you initially started your career with the medium pace bowler, and then you know something was happened and you need to change totally your domain from the medium pace to the spin bowling. How did you accept that change first, and what drive to you to accept that change? Okay, because it's a very big decision where it's happen in everyone's life where we need to take some decision. We are in the comfort zone from the long time, okay, and then we need to change. So how did you accept that change, and then you know then you become the legend of that?
Yeah, very good question, because everyone knows I have performed well in IPL as a leg spinner. But I used to bowl fast bowling. But as earlier I said, I'm a team man. My team come first when I play these sports. So I was bowling fast bowling, and I think Mumbai wicket doesn't help fast bowlers a lot. So the game which I was playing, it was a spinning track, and I bowled some 2-3 overs. I couldn't get the wickets, and my captain came to me, and he said, because in the tennis ball I used to bowl leg spin. So he said, oh, you in the tennis ball, you bowl leg spin. Can you bowl leg spin with this leather ball? So I said, why not? Because if it helps our team to get some wickets, I can bowl. Like, you know, as I said, I want to perform. I want to be a match winner. And that time and that game, my team needed me to bowl leg spin, which I was bowling with the tennis ball. So I said, yeah, I will try my best to get the wicket. And I think in that game, I got 3 wickets. And we won that game. And to be honest, I really started enjoying bowling leg spin because my height is 5.65 now. And being a fast bowler, you need a height also. So running from 15, 16 yards, giving everything, I said like running from 4 or 5 steps and getting wicket, getting this ball to dance both ways, and I'm getting wickets, so why not? So I'll better stick to that.
हेलो प्रवीण सर, मेरा नाम वरुण है, मेरी बेटी.
The next question will be from some lady, okay, and that's what we are going to
Fine,
do.
so I hope
please go ahead,
I will
sorry.
continue. So मेरी बेटी माही है, वो क्रिकेट खेलती है. I hope maybe one day she is currently playing under 19 from Maharashtra. So she is also practicing in Pune itself. And the coach is your friend Harshad Patel, if you remember him from your old days. मेरा क्वेश्चन आपको फिटनेस को लेकर है. मैं आपको इंस्टाग्राम में फॉलो करता हूँ. मैंने आपके अभी रिसेंट वीडियो ग्रीन टी शर्ट में देखता हूँ. आप आर वी स्टिल डूइंग इट रेगुलरली, एंड हाउ यू कीप योर सेल्फ स्टिल सो फिट, and what are the different things that you are doing as compared to other youngster? just to keep you fit. That's the main problem I want to give message to my daughter. Because,
To be fit, right?
yeah, just for the
Nothing
fitness.
actually. I always say that ghar ka khana is very good because nowadays I think diet plans, everything comes. But I think if you are good enough to eat sober, I will say sober means whatever home food she eats, I think it will help her rather than going for a very good diet plan. Because I think in our day-to-day life, if you eat normal, if you are a vegetarian or if you are a non-vegetarian, if you eat home food also, it will help her to go ahead, But you have to eat, I said sober, you should know what to eat and what to not. And for that, I don't think you have to get any diet plan. If she is eating nicely home food, I think she will be fit. That's what I am doing actually. I started eating little bit concerned about food after 42 when I played IPL. Before that I was eating home food only and now also I'm eating home food only. So I think better not to get dietitian and all that,
Okay, fine.
Just tell her to eat home food but sober.
Sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And I follow you from your match one. Sanjay Manjrekar said the same word, khadus, because आपके एक ओवर में एक मिसफील्ड से रन गया था और you were very angry in your first match. So संजय मंजरेकर ने कहा था कि ये अभी भी मुंबई गली का क्रिकेटर है, एक बॉल भी, एक रन भी एक्स्ट्रा नहीं था, बहुत कंजूस बॉलर है, ऐसा बोला था उन्होंने आपके लिए.
Pravin, first of all, it's an honor to meet you in person, and I, have a similar emotion. I could see that your eyes are still wet, and I am somehow controlling my emotions. Similar to your wife's, background, that she has no clue about cricket. I'm one of those, and it's quite embarrassing. But that's what, or that's who I am. I don't follow cricket. It's only through my father before my marriage, and now it's because of my brother-in-law that I get to see or I understand who the Sachins or who the who the Dravids, etc. are. I've known Pravin Tambe just through this movie, which I saw. And again, sorry, but I was not, or I did not know who this, who this legend is. Okay, and thanks to Shreyas because he actually played your role to the core. And even through the interviews, I got to know you, who you are as a person. And from that day, I've been looking at the videos, I'm reading, who this guy Pravin Tambe is, And, hats off, okay? And so this is just a comment. One thing that you really said was about that whenever you go, when you are on the ground, you actually play with a thing that today is going to be my last day, or I won't get that day tomorrow. And I guess this is a life lesson for all of us, living the life, what we are living today, not thinking that tomorrow you will be able to see, because that's what the ground reality is, that we actually are not even, it's so unpredictable that we don't know if we'll be able to see the day tomorrow. So that's one life lesson that I've learned, and it will be with me throughout my life, and I'm going to, obviously preach about it, because I've seen you talking about it. The person whom I started admiring only after I saw you through this movie, all right? One personal question that I really wanted to know, because in that movie, there was a lot of things that was shown, and your hardships are seen, everything was seen around. But your wife and your mother, those are your pillars, is what I could see in the movie, and I hope that's how it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because as a man, I would really want you to talk about it, in terms of, because there is a pressure, because you being the, man of the house, you're always, you're obviously expected to earn. There is a set of expectation, you have your family, you have your elder brother, you have your kids, living in Mumbai. And in that movie, multiple times it's been, it's been shown that your wife and your mother, jaan ke piche pade hue hain. Ki bas kar yaar, it's like enough, take care of your family, take care of your kids now. But the moment you are out of the house, you are a player. How easy was it for you to shift that, that mindset? Ki ab ghar ho gaya, tamjham hai mere saath, I am going to live with it, but I am focused towards my goal. And I'm going to, because on the ground, you obviously need that dedication, you obviously need that focus. How easy was, how easy it was for you to shift that? Because ground pe to obviously wo dikh ke nahi aa raha tha, but at the back of the mind, as a man, what was going through? And how did you really overcome it?
How easy or how difficult?
Obviously,
Yeah.
it was not.
Thank you.
Obviously, it was not easy, but that's what I was thinking that time, because if anyone can stop me playing these sports is my wife and my mom, right? So I wanted to balance these both the things, like, I was knowing if I won't work, I won't be looking after my family. So I was doing any work which I was getting that time, because it was hard to get work that time in Mumbai also. So I was sure that I will work anywhere. So if doing that, I won't be like, getting anything from my wife. Like, she won't say anything because I was working. Same thing with mom. She wanted me to work. Like, so I was working, I was doing the job. And believe me, when I keep my feet on the ground, I forgot everything. I don't have my mom, my wife, my children, believe me.
It's not that easy.
Yeah, but believe me, today also when I step on that ground, I forgot everyone. Honestly, I just see, if I'm bowling, I see just batsmen. And if I'm fielding, I see that's 10 players of mine and the 2 batsmen. So that was my thinking every time when I go on the field. And when I off the field,
So, Pravin,
One
your
thing-
wife is in Pune. Is she there in the audience anywhere?
I told her to just don't come.
I see. But we should give a big round of applause to his family, his wife, mother, brother, kids, everyone.
One last thing is that, after the movie was over, and because my brother-in-law, he's a great fan of cricket, and he obviously knows Pravin Tambe, who is. And after the movie, I just went, we were just talking casually, and it's like, who was this Pravin Tambe guy? Yaar?
The name of the movie is Con Pravin Tambe, by the way. So it starts like that.
Of course.
Then everybody knew who he was.
Of course. And then I'm just going to this guy. I'm just going to my brother-in-law, and like, Bhabhi, aapko Pravin Tambe pata nahi hai? I was like, nahi pata yaar. And it was such an embarrassing situation for me, and that is where the trigger was, कि मुझे इस बंदे के बारे में जानना है, okay? And just one favor or one help that I need from you is, before you leave this room, I want to click a picture with you, and I want to show my brother-in-law कि I met this guy today.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
So any more, maybe 1 or 2 max. Are we done? Okay, one for the road.
I just wanted to ask, to continue that story on chai, when you said your wife asked you kab tak, what was your answer? I mean, was it a silent moment, or did you actually say so? What can someone say to this kind of a question?
Actually, वो शाहरुख खान का डायलॉग आया था, जब तक है जा, जब तक है जा.
I thought so. Thank you so much.
Obviously, actually मुझे खेलना था, तो मुझे उधर तभी आंसर नहीं था, मगर उसको मैं जो भी एक हस्बैंड और वाइफ की पटाने की बात होती है, वो ऐसे पटा लिया था.
Of course. Thank you for inspiring all of us.
Thank you.
There are too many hands. I don't know whether the organizers are okay. Prasad,
Hello.
Kalpesh, can we have some more?
Can I take one?
Okay.
Namaste, Pravin sir.
Hello.
Abhishek,
Hey.
नमस्ते. सर एक क्विक क्वेश्चन है, हम सभी ने आपकी मूवी देखी है जिसमें आपके सक्सेस और फेलियर को दिखाया गया है. हर दिन आपको क्या मोटिवेट करता था उस फेलियर को ओवरकम करके नेक्स्ट दिन सेम पेस में परफॉर्म करने के लिए? फेलियर को कैसे आपने फेस किया है?
देखो, मुझे एक पता था कि जब तक तुम में जिद हो कुछ भी करने की, तो फेलियर तो लाइफ में आते ही रहेंगे, क्योंकि हमेशा आपको सक्सेस ही नहीं मिलता है, फेलियर भी मिलता है. तो मुझे ये पता था, क्योंकि जब भी आप अपने लाइफ में जाते हो आगे, तो आप किसी और से compete नहीं करते हो, अपने आप से ही compete करते रहते हो. It's always you against you. तो वो मुझे पता था. तो
Okay, so last question. So I'm a big fan of cricket and big fan of Rahul Dravid as well. And I got to know about you from this video that has been played initially. So my question is, like, how's Rahul Dravid first? And second, is what takes to convince Rahul Dravid to play? So you were in Rajasthan Royals team, but what it takes to get into the playing 11?
see, I don't have to say anything about Rahul sir, because everyone knows what he is, and actually he is the same what you all think. Very down to earth person, very soft spoken. And I was knowing if I go to him to say that I want to play, it won't happen, because he knows game very well than me. When I went to him, he was very soft spoken. I was knowing I won't get that bamboo from him. So I went to him and just asked, because I played this game from so many years, even though I was not played at the highest level, but I went to him and I just convinced him that I am with the team. Obviously, whatever the selections are, very good. But I just wanted him to know that I am not afraid of anyone, because I have not played any single first-class game before. So I thought something in his back of his mind that he might afraid about the opponents, looking at the big names. So I just wanted to know him, okay, I am not afraid of anyone. If I get an opportunity, I will perform. So it was easy, because everyone knows he was very soft-spoken. But he said one thing to me: you will get your opportunity when the time comes. And when the time comes, he gave me that opportunity.
Fabulous.
Thank you so much.
Fabulous. I think it's been a great session. We could go on for hours and hours. I think so many hands went up. They want to know more about you. But, you know, we are in a city where my boss, Rajiv Vaishnav, used to be there. And he always ended anything with a couplet. And that reminds me of one very good couplet which actually signifies what you did. And it says, Nazre hamari gadi thi manzil par is qadar. Manzil, in your parlance, is the goal to play for Mumbai, the bigger goal to play for Mumbai. All the hardships, all the sufferings, all the sacrifices, everything for 33 years. So, नजरे हमारी गड़ी थी मंजिल पर इस कदर कि रास्ते में मील का पत्थर तो कभी दिखा ही नहीं. So I think your life is exactly what this couplet says. And it's a wonderful inspiration, great story, and we wish you all the best, whatever you do in the future.
Thank you very
Pravin Tambe, ladies and gentlemen.
Please take your seats. Thank you. Yeah, so, quite a motivational talk there, huh? Stays from fireside to table side to stage side, right? So, okay. So, I think Kaun Pravin Tambe has already been answered. And Kaun Paresh Degavkar has also been answered now, right? The skill of an artisan to bring out the best in his subject is to be appreciated. So, let's have a round of applause for Paresh. All right, so we have a small token of appreciation because I can keep talking. Trust me, you know, I can keep talking more than he can talk. But then we have a finite time limit because the alcohol waits out there. And as you go back, kaun mein bhi answer karna mushkil hona magda. So let's make that the goal of evening. And before I close the session, we have a small token of appreciation for Pravin from Kamaljeet Kaur, who's the Director of Business Administration and HR from AdTech. So ma'am, can you please step on the stage? Thank you so much.
Oh, that should be the other way around. It's not fair.
Okay, so just take a seat. I'll just finish the end comments here, right? So it's been a lovely day, I guess, for all of you. The best part is all of you are really energized. So I hope the bartender is up to it, because the motivation levels are certainly picking up. But the thing is, nobody gets to have a drink before I say a word of thanks to the sponsors who made this event possible. So let's hear it. Keep rolling now, okay? Let's hear it for our gold sponsors: Two Deep Digital, ProHands, Compicom, Product Dossier. I'll go real fast. Okay? For our lanyard sponsors, Tito Every. For the silver sponsors, Datamatica, iCertis, and Dentsu. And for the delegate back services, AdTech plus Atlassian. Right. It's been a wonderful day. Thank you to all the speakers. Thank you to all the panelists. Thank you to the audiences. Thank you to the Nasscom team. Thank you to all our little elves here who've been running around making this show happen. Thank you to the tech team. And thank you to me. All right. Have a wonderful day, guys. Have fun. The bar's open. Let's hit it. Let's get the evening rolling. Bye-bye.